I thought we played a really, thank you, Tyler. Thought we played a really good first half. I think give Clemson credit. Obviously, a very good win for those guys. They did a good job. One of the things I think one of the big advantages is they put themselves in a situation where they could get a double bye, and you could tell they were the fresher team in the second half. We didn't. I thought the game was very, very physical. I thought they were, they made some tougher plays than we did. And then when you look at the second half, man, we just didn't have it. We didn't make the shots we normally make. I think we were 0 for 10 from the three-point line. Give Clemson a lot of credit. I thought their defense was really good, but we wasn't as sharp. And you could tell, obviously, there was part of that was just obviously playing such a late game and obviously have to turn around and play against a team who's really fresh. So give those guys a lot of credit. I thought they did what they're supposed to do. It's a good win for those guys.
First question. Thanks. Brett Friedlander, Saturday Road. Kevin, and then you can answer this too, Terquavion, if you'd like, but you guys played them 3 times. They won by double digits all 3 times. What in particular is about them that makes them a bad matchup for you guys?
Well, I told the team, Brett, that every team has a couple of teams that it's a bad matchup. If we would play some of the teams on our schedule 3 times, we would be a bad matchup for people the way we play. I have to give them credit that it's a really physical team. And they do a good job of getting into us on ball screens and being physical as we drive. And they make everything tough. They sit in gaps. I think the 2 most physical teams in our league would be Clemson and UVA. They make things really tough for you. I thought we did a good job in the first half, but second half we didn't have it to be able to spray the ball and move and cut and everything else and try to open up driving lanes. And we normally would make some of those shots.
Any other questions? We also have people on Zoom. So if you have a question on Zoom, please use the raise hand function. Middle of the room.
Yeah, Kevin, you went with a zone defense there for a little bit in the second half. It's just trying to mix it up, trying to find something that might work. Yeah,
I was trying to find a spark plug. We didn't do a good job. We wasn't stopping them, and I wanted to kind of throw something at them, throw a curveball, maybe, give us some kind of spark to get going. And I thought it worked. I mean, we went on like a 4-0 run at that point. But we wanted to give them a different look. I thought they felt comfortable. They were running their offense effectively, and we wanted to kind of give them a different look.
Questions for Terquavion as well? I'll ask Terquavion the same question I asked Coach Keatts. As a player, what is it that makes Clemson so difficult to match up against?
Like Coach said, they're a very physical team, and they play in the gaps. They make you have to distribute the ball. They don't let you get comfortable. So, yeah, they're just physical, just all-around physical team.
Middle of the room.
Coach, Selection Sunday coming up this Sunday. Do you think your team's done enough?
I'm not on the committee, but I will say, man, we got a pretty doggone good resume. I don't think we have, typically when you look at resumes in the past, one of the things you look at is, what's your strength of schedule? I think we got a really good strength of schedule. Our non-conference strength of schedule won't hurt us. We don't have any bad losses. We've got some really good wins. And, when you look at us in this league and we're 12-8 and won 23 games overall, I think we put ourselves, if you compare our resume to a lot of teams, we put ourselves in a good situation. So I do feel favorable for us. Absolutely.
Cantor left.
I got in after you made your initial statement, so I apologize if you already dealt with it. But do you feel like you'll have Greg moving forward, or is that something that you're going to now have to adjust accordingly?
We're hopeful. We don't know. We're gonna have to try to get an MRI in the next day or 2 just to figure it out. But we're not ruling him out at this point. I said this to someone this morning. I think this league should get 7 or 8 teams in this year. I really feel that way. Sometimes I think, folks don't look at the eye test as much, and I'm kind of a body of work guy. And so, when you look at November and December when our league, we might not have performed as well as some people like. Even though I think against the Big Ten, we won a challenge maybe 8-6. But when you look, I'll only talk about us. You look at our body of work, it's been pretty doggone good. And I don't think that you should be judged by any 1 or 2 games, whether you win them big or lose. You know, the great thing about us, we've been on the winning end of a lot of those blowouts. I think we've had like 3 or 4 ourselves where we won. But when you look at our league, I think it's some guys that's capable and we perform well. I don't think you should ever get in the league because your league has performed well when you get in there. But we got tough places to play. I think if you look at some of those teams that are being looked at, if they had to come to some of our venues and play, I think it would be a different story.
Any other questions here? Third row.
Yeah, a question for Terquavion. What's sort of your mentality and going into how you prepare before in the time before selection Sunday? You know, just getting your team, all your guys ready for the tournament.
Just us coming together as one. We are all we got. Coach preaches on that a lot. That the people in our locker room, that's all we have. So just coming together, you know, being a team and staying together is a big key.